What's up, Honey Dimes? It's your girl Honeydew, aka right here, USA, all the way to Dubai. And on today's Hip Hop Talk Show, I got a special artist. He's actually got some sweet vocals, and it's none other repping Dubai. It's Tiny. Say what's up to the US fans, Tiny.
What's up, you guys? How you doing?
Yeah.
Good.
Hey, he wishing y'all well. And cause he in a hot spot. Cause I seen DJ Bliss. I seen DJ Bliss, and he visited like last week or whatever. He was in New York, and he was running around, and he was like, "Oh, that's nothing." He saw some cars. He's like, "Oh, I'm used to stuff like that." So it's like Dubai is where it's all going down big, and many blessings over Dubai.
Thank you, thank you.
You're so very, very welcome. And you actually are super duper talented. Right now, you said you're in your vehicle on the road, so you got a private vehicle? What kind of vehicle you in? Because Dubai...
My friend's car, actually.
Oh.
My friend's car, yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's your friend's car?
Yeah, like he... Okay, it's really funny. We were actually driving around playing Pokemon. So, he was driving around and we were catching stuff.
Dope, that's hot. That's hot. That's love right there. We love Pokemon here. It's like the crave. And it's funny you mention it. It's cool that y'all are on top of that because actually, I know DJ Bliss, he like came out and was like, what's up with this big Pokemon thing? And I'm like, it's like a relaunch. It's like going nuts on your iPhone and you can play it and have a good time. I mean, some people are freaking out over it. So that's cool that y'all on top of it.
Actually, DJ Bliss was the first guy I worked with in the UAE when I moved here from the States. Yeah, me and him collaborated on a track on 2009 Valentine's Day.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah,
hot.
it was dope. It was dope, yeah.
That's where it's at. That is hot. And you mentioned the States. What state were you in?
I used to live in Arlington, Virginia.
Oh, so you were close to D.C.
Yeah. I was in D.C. I used to study there. I was in Marymount University, and then I transferred here.
Oh, that's hot. Because, see, that's what I'm trying to move Hip Hop Talk's whole operation coming to you. I'm trying to get to Dubai.
Yeah.
You know, and
Dope.
yeah, because, we're trying to get in and help build the hip-hop culture. But the one thing that I love about Dubai is that I love the restrictions on behavior. Because when I'm old school hip-hop, I come from old era, and it's about, treat the ladies good, respectful. The lyrics were clean, Will Smith, you know what I'm saying? Diggable Planet. I come from the era with Jay and with the exception of a little bit of like Tupac and stuff like that, where it kind of get a little rough with the lyrics. It was pretty much clean.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So and chime in on that, Tiny. For the fans, for Tiny fans, for Hip Hop Talks fans, all my Honey Dimes, chime in and let them know what Dubai is about in regards to hip hop.
Well, hip hop's growing over here. I would say that we do have the talent, and we do have a lot of artists over here that are trying to push through and actually make it to the States or make it outside of the Middle East. It's pretty hard because we face a lot of obstacles. And but I've been here since 2008, end of 2008. So I've seen the scene grow gradually, baby steps, but it's getting there. We don't have, how can you put this? We don't have the amount of support that we need, if you get what I mean, like the push.
Gotcha.
It's kind of slow. It's really funny that you asked that because I put up a status recently on Facebook saying how I totally stand by the fact where a brand based in the Middle East and an artist based in the Middle East would work together to make it work.
Got you.
But most brands over here will try to grab an artist and tell them, support us, we'll support you with exposure. You know what I mean? The thing is that when that line gets thrown at you, you start to think, what exposure exactly? What exposure are you going to get us? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of artists here kind of do end up giving up because they don't want to take the extra step in testing the waters outside of the Middle East. They think that, Yeah, they think that they want to make it here first and then take it outside. The thing is that a lot of these artists have started in the, like from 2000, say 2010, 2011. They started doing music over here, and that's when the scene had already started to die out.
Oh.
I came in at a good time.
I got freeze frame, V. I lost Tiny and the audio. Yo, Hip Hop Talks, we gotta hold it down for Tiny right here. Right now, he's explaining in regards to Dubai, that is like, I guess he's I'm assuming from Dubai, but he came to go to school in Arlington, Virginia, and now he's back home in Dubai after he graduated. So he was explaining that the hip hop scene kind of died, and now I guess it's back on the come up, I believe. But we're gonna let him chime back in on that once we get him back up. Of course, I'm here in the States and he's all the way in Dubai, so we're gonna try our best to keep connecting with him, so that way we give you all a dope interview straight from Tiny. And I'm talking, this cat is talented. His vocals are nice. He's got some off the chain falsetto. He'll give anybody a run for their money here in the States, in regards to falsetto. And he actually dropped a few bars. So the brother is pretty talented in regards to vocal, R&B, and as well as hip hop. And he's one dude to be watching out for. Although he is in Dubai, and he's based now out of Dubai, he has lived here in the States and went to school, graduated in Arlington, Virginia again. But the cat, I like his vibe. He's a smart, smart kid, and he's on his game. And I do believe he's doing all he can, which we'll find out more in regards to the hip hop and R&B game there in Dubai. Which also I look forward to hitting up Dubai and moving my operations here in the States as well as in Dubai to help build, the hip hop scene and the hip hop culture, because they have, which I'll discuss again with my boy Tiny. They do have, over 2 million citizens. So, and a lot of expats from all around the world that love hip hop and R&B. So it's gonna be hot to be able to find out more information and be able to continue, kicking it with Tiny this evening, which I am like so hyped and so dope, because the opportunity to hear an artist that's from Dubai and went back home to his home country to talk about these topics about hip hop and R&B and all things music. And again, he's in a dope city. I mean, Dubai, y'all, come on. He is in a hot city. So, and it's hot too, because it's the desert. So I look forward to being there and kicking it with him, very soon. Because that's my goal. Girl got to get around. I got to get all around. So the globe is round and I got to get around. So I look forward to it. It's going to be fun.
We have a play, something to do with cats. I don't remember. And they're like, can you sing? And I was like, no, but I was kind of a loser in school. So it was like the chance to get into the group where everyone was there. So I was like, yeah, cool, I'll do it. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
And I was the chubby kid that had his pants all the way up to hit, like way over his belly button and like walking around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got
you. So it basically happened, and we started practicing and rehearsing and everything. And I was meant to be just an extra, like just one of the cats that are there, dressed in a cat suit and everything. And eventually, they were trying to see like who can sing, so they asked everybody to sing, and I didn't even know I could sing, so I started singing then. And then the teacher just looked at me, and the music teacher was there as well, and he was like, "This boy can sing."
Wow.
And I landed the lead of the play.
Wow.
So that's how everything started, and my family never knew, so they all came and watched the show, and they were like, "Yeah,
that's
okay."
hot.
Yeah. So and then it started from there basically, but everything went really slow until I decided to go to the States. Like I actually went to the States against my parents' will. Like I just fled the country, went to the States basically. Yeah.
Oh, that is dope.
Yeah.
You a rebel. What's your sign?
Sagittarius.
Oh, well, no wonder. Yeah, Sagittarius like to move about. They don't like
Yeah.
staying still. Y'all like
Of course,
adventure.
yeah. So I went to I actually got into George Mason University, but they didn't have a choir and all of that. So Marymount does, and Marymount's mainly a fashion and art school. So
Is that what
I
you
picked it
majored
over.
in?
Yeah, that's the university I was in, and
And what was your
my
major?
music's- I was studying mass communications.
Okay.
I just picked anything. I actually went there to join a choir. I wasn't really
Oh.
looking at the books, basically. But yeah, so I went and I joined the choir, and that's when everything took off.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the only guy in a group of 15 or 16 girls.
Wow.
Yeah, so I had to learn how to use my vocals, and yeah, it took me really far, because once I came here was when you would expect that I was in the States, and that's where the ball would have started rolling real quick.
Exactly.
But that's why I always tell a lot of artists over here, like, you can get pretty far over here. The thing is that you just need to meet the right people.
That's
I basically came in, and I wouldn't say I took over the scene, because there was not really a scene to take over,
got you.
but the amount of vocalists were really limited. Like, it was just around, at that point, I think there was only 3 in Dubai.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was the baby of the industry. And yeah, so that track came out, and then everything went quiet. A lot of stuff started to happen. So everything went on a pause for a while.
Got you.
And then I was under a management contract, and that contract ended.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know the business side of the music industry. So that's another thing I always tell a lot of artists that are coming in. It's more important for you to know the business side of the industry, otherwise you're going to get played with.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I started studying the industry, looking how things work and everything, and that's when I decided to go and release or work on an EP.
Got you.
Which again was never something that I had planned. I met a producer and it happened. We just decided to start recording an EP, and by the end of 6 months we had an EP ready. And that's where I know I found my sound. That's
Gotcha.
when everything started. And Dubai started to really know Tiny instead of the guy that was on the video, or you know what I mean?
Right.
So, and I'm a perfectionist, so I had to do everything big. Like, I had to have an EP launch in the tallest hotel in Dubai. I wanted to really make set my mark in the industry.
Right.
Basically put the bar really high.
Yeah, you wanted to make an impression. You wanted that impression, to be impacting, and that was a smart brand move because you branded Tiny. So,
of course, exactly. Yeah. So after that, one after the other, I was the first in the UAE to get on Vivo. I was the first in the I did a lot of moves that a lot of the industry, people in the industry didn't think they can do, which they can.
Exactly.
So once I had took those steps, a lot of other artists were like, yeah, I want to get on Vivo, and they would come to me and be like, how do you do it? And it's really easy, actually. So I would sit there and explain to them, I would help a lot of people who would come to me and ask me, how can I do this? Can you show me how to do this? The thing is that if I help you and I'm giving you my time, I need to feel that you're serious about what we're talking about.
Exactly.
If I feel that you're just asking me just to ask, and you're not actually going to take the steps to do what you're asking me for, I will help you, but it's going to be a one-time thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to come back and run after you and tell you, you need to do this, you need to do that.
Bam. That's right. If they're in the business, like you in the business, they're going to handle their business. And you got to have your hustle game up. It's no time for anybody to be babysat. You got money to make. You know what you giving your fans, so I respect that. Yeah. That's how it is here in the States. In the States, it's hardcore.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I know that for sure.
Yeah, you know firsthand.
I go to London a lot, and I'll go and perform at certain areas that you would never see me perform in Dubai. I won't perform at a pub in Dubai, but I'll perform at a pub in London.
Right.
Because even the most famous people in London go to pubs. You get what I mean? You can get the attention of. I got the attention of Emily Sandé when I was performing at a pub that I never knew she was there.
Wow.
And she was sitting in the crowd. You know what I mean? And you'll be shocked. There's 18, 17-year-olds that'll make you look like a beginner when it comes to singing.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So it really teaches you that you have it easy on this side of the world. Take advantage of it.
Bam. And that is so true.
Yeah, like if you don't take advantage of it, like the world is looking at Dubai right now. Everybody's looking at Dubai.
Yes.
So I've heard of A&Rs coming down to Dubai looking for artists over here because once they see an Arab who can sing English, that's dollar signs.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Look at DJ Khaled. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly. So like, that's why I always tell a lot of artists over here, like, don't give up. It's going to be hard because we don't have the tools and we don't have the venues that you would see in the States or in Europe or anywhere. But that doesn't mean you can't make it. Like, I've done shows that a lot of artists in the States and London are wishing to do. You know what I mean? Because there's not many artists, so you have... When there's a platform, you get called for it.
See? There you go.
You know?
That's
like,
right.
You would never... I would never expect in any time, like, when I was thinking about, oh, I want to be on a big stage, this and that... I never thought that I'd be an opening act for Missy Elliott, CeeLo Green, Jackson 5 without Michael Jackson, may he rest in peace. But, like, I've done a lot of shows that I never thought I would do. You know what I mean? Just because I'm here. And there's not many artists to pick from.
There you go.
So, yeah. So
it's like
that's why I always tell a lot of artists, like, push it. Just push.
Yeah. It's like you're the big fish in the little pond. It's like all of it is for you. And when there's a gig or someone needs to do an opening act, we got our boy Tiny.
Definitely.
And that's the beauty of your talent too, because like if hip hop artists come into Dubai but they need a vocalist or they want somebody to do R&B, again, there's Tiny.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you know you very valuable. You like gold up and you like them gold sinks up in there.
Trying.
Hey, well, you know
Trying
what?
to get as far as possible.
Hey, that's where it's at. You deserve all the success that you are putting in because you, like you said, you serious about it. You about the business of hip hop, which is critical, and you taking advantage of your home. And you're right. Definitely. When it comes to the Middle East, bringing out anybody with hip hop and R&B, that's hot.
Of course, definitely.
Yeah, it's hot like the desert sands. Come on, baby. Yeah, boy, I love it. So I want to ask you in regards to you chimed in about like when you first discovered through the play and your voice and your teachers discovered that you had vocals and you had something. Yeah. What music influenced your ear? What music that Tiny was loving? What R&B singers that you loved that influenced you to?
There was only two, Donald Jones and Joe.
Wow.
That's it. Those are the two artists I used to listen to.
So Donnell Jones
and Joe. Yep. So
like Where I Want to Be.
Exactly.
Is where you was feeling it. You was like, that's where I want to be. That's love right there.
Definitely. Yep.
Salute you. I love both them cats. Them cats is off the chain. Because when I heard your single, I was like, man, this dude he got some nice vocals. And then when you hit them falsetto notes, I was like, wow, you had me scratching my head, Because, over here, we listen to a lot of R&B artists that do falsetto, do runs, and then you dropped a few bars, and I was like, okay, he's showing out over there. He holding it down. He like, look, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I'm building a new tower over here with these vocals.
Yeah, I had to switch up my sound a little, because, as I said, after going to London, and you see that there's all these vocalists that can blow you out the water. And then I was sitting down, and I was like, yeah, I need to bring something different to the table that no one would expect me to do, which was when it just happened.
Wow.
I just started rapping. I wouldn't call it rapping, but I was flowing, basically.
Right, you was spitting. You spitting like an MC.
It sounded good. And then the sound engineer was like, let's just keep it in and see what people think. And I got a lot of good feedback on that track, which was dope.